Obama, Obama, free Simone now!
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 Brick by brick, wall by wall, free Simone!
Free them all!
Brick by brick!
Wall by wall!
Free them all!
Free them all!
Obama! Obama! Free Simone now!
Obama, Obama, free Simone now!
Obama! Obama!
Free Simone now!
Obama! Obama!
Free Simone now!
Obama!
I say solidarity!
Solidarity!
I say solidarity!
Solidarity!
Right on. Thank you everyone for coming out today. It's a glorious day. We've already had a victory on our march up here. Right over those hills there behind these buildings, these prisons. These are maximum security. Behind them is the Supermax, the Guantanamo of the Rocky Mountains. And in that prison, they hold many prisoners who are in a special category, who are actually held in a torture chamber. That prison, the Supermax, is by design, not by accident, by design, a torture chamber of the U.S. Empire. And inside there, you have all kinds of men from this society. And the one that we're here for today is the political prisoner, Simone Trinidad, the revolutionary from Colombia that we've marched and come out to show our solidarity with. So let's do a little chant for Simone so he hears us. Free, free Simone!
Free, free Simone!
Free, free Simone!
Free, free Simone!
Say it so he can hear it. Free, free Simone!
Free, free Simone!
Free, free Simone!
Free, free Simone!
Now, that prison is actually underground, and it's hard for them to hear us, but I think he's going to know very soon. I think he probably already knows that we're out here.
Simón, escucha.
¡Estamos en la lucha! ¡Simón, escucha! ¡Estamos en la lucha! ¡Simón, escucha! ¡Estamos en la lucha!
Simón, escucha.
¡Estamos en la lucha!
Simón, escucha.
So,
¡Estamos en la lucha!
so almost everybody here was at the event last night, and you know a lot more than you did the night before, and we appreciate the solidarity from the folks from Denver who hosted us, the comrades over here, and in this crowd from Denver. We also have, my name is Tom Burke, I'm the National Committee to Free Ricardo Palmera spokesperson, and I'm here from Michigan. We've got a sister from the Anti-War Committee in Chicago out here. We've got our friend Walter out here from Louisville.
Yeah.
We've got a good crew out from Tucson, Arizona, and at least I think one person from Flagstaff, Arizona. We got the best for last, the big crowd who came out from Salt Lake City. We love you and appreciate you, and the folks that organized it deserve special credit for being here today, so thank you.
Yeah.
Now I want to say we're building a movement. There's people, like in Minneapolis, they hold events for Simone Trinidad. Big events, 50, 60 people. In New York City, there's people. In Washington, D.C. and North Carolina. And we're going to spread this down in Miami, Florida. So when we come out here, we're not alone. We're with those other folks and movements from across the country. Now again, I want to say this is a special prison. You know what else they do here? James Jordan told me from the Alliance for Global Justice. They bring Colombian prison guards and Colombian prison officials to this prison to train them in the ways that they hold political prisoners and other prisoners in the Supermax.
They train people.
So when those Colombian officials come here, now not only is the military of Colombia under the military boots of the U.S., the the thousands of Colombian political prisoners are now being held by people trained at the School of the Americas for prisoners. And you can bet that they're training people from other countries, from Turkey, from Peru, from countries in Africa, and all over the world, you know, in Asia too, in the Philippines. They're bringing people here to train them in how to be more repressive governments in their society. So we're in solidarity with those prisoners, and especially with the political prisoners held here. So I want to talk about Simone Trinidad. The first thing you have to say about Simone Trinidad is that he's a good man. He's a Colombian who's dedicated his entire life to the Colombian people and the struggle of those people that we're acting in solidarity with, standing out here, promoting the peace process and promoting that Simone Trinidad has to be freed by President Obama. President Obama is the only one who can do it. Set him free. So, as the sign says, he's the key to the peace talks. They will not sign the peace agreement without Simone's signature on it. So they have to free him for it to happen. So Colombia needs Simone, and the peace process needs Simone.
Free Simone now, Obama! Obama!
We want to see not just peace in Colombia, because, you know, you can have peace, as Martin Luther King said, but that doesn't mean you have justice. He's a man who was assassinated seeking justice and peace by this government in this country back in the 60s, along with many other African American and Chicano leaders who struggled for civil rights and for freedom and equality. So we want peace in Colombia, but it has to come with justice, and that's the importance of the negotiation. So I think I'll finish with that I want to thank you again with all my heart, that the solidarity that you showed today, taking a bold action to march out here in front of this Supermax and let everyone know that we demand peace, we demand justice, and we will see Simone Trinidad free someday. And I hope many of us get to go and meet him too, and talk to him about what he's done for the people of Colombia and for the struggle of the workers and the oppressed people of the world. Thank you, comrades. Let's say it again. Free, free Simone!
Free, free Simone!
Free, free Simone!
Free, free Simone!
Peace for Colombia!
Peace for Colombia!
Peace for Colombia!
Peace for Colombia!
I'm going to ask Mark Burton to come talk about Simone and what is going to happen in the near future. Mark Burton, come on over.
So while he's coming over, I want to tell all of you that we've been in charge to bring greetings always when we come together in solidarity with Colombia, to bring greetings from the people of Colombia, the campesinos, the estudiantes, indigenous, the Afro-descendants, the workers, and we want you to know that they send their deepest love and fraternal hugs for you always, and they're thinking of your solidarity always.
Yeah.
Solidarity!
Good afternoon, everyone, and on behalf of Simone Trinidad, I would like to thank everybody for coming here today. Unfortunately, because of the conditions of his confinement, he can't say thank you himself, because he cannot send messages to anybody. He's held incommunicado, in solitary confinement, and cannot speak, cannot communicate with the outside world, even through his attorney. But I would like to thank everybody. I know a lot of you have come from many parts of the United States. I think it's 8 different states, and or 8 or 9 different states. And I'd like to thank you very much. And I'd like to say how important this is. This morning I was in touch with the peace talks, and it's highly likely that tomorrow they're going to sign an agreement on transitional justice. And so that would mean that the fourth agreement of the really 5 substantial points in the peace talks. It's highly likely that tomorrow or the day after tomorrow it will be signed. Unfortunately, Simone Trinidad is not part of that agreement. Okay. The final substantive point on the agenda is the end of the conflict, and that will be the next thing that is talked about in Havana. And in that, one of the items is leaving arms. The second item is reviewing the status of political prisoners. So they're going to review the status of political prisoners in that. So now is the crunch time. Now is the crunch time for the fate of Simone Trinidad, because this is the period where they're going to be reviewing the status of political prisoners here and in the United States. Okay, and as we said before, the Colombian government is okay with Simone Trinidad being freed. The FARC, of course, want him to be freed. They have said on several occasions that they will not sign an agreement unless he is able to sign it and be with them. So right now, the Colombians have done their job. They've got their government at least to agree to it. We need to do our job to help the peace process and help to demilitarize this situation in Colombia that we have had in the United States so much influence over, and so much we've caused so much distress and heartbreak in Colombia because of our support of the military efforts there. So I just want to thank you again, and to urge you to keep following this. There's going to be more activity, there's going to be more action. We need to tell President Obama that Simone Trinidad needs to be part of this peace process. And we need to say it loud and wide and all over the country. So we really appreciate this, and we ask you to tell your friends about this, and to keep going. And we want the freedom for Simone Trinidad. Libertad para Simone Trinidad.
Libertad para Simone Trinidad. Libertad, libertad para Simone Trinidad. Libertad, libertad para Simone Trinidad. Libertad, libertad para Simone Trinidad.
Libertad, libertad
Para Simone Trinidad.
Libertad, libertad
Para Simone Trinidad.
Libertad, libertad
Para Simone Trinidad.
Libertad, libertad
Para Simone Trinidad.
Libertad, libertad
Para Simone Trinidad.